Hello.
Hi Amita, how are you?
Yes, I'm good. How are you? How about you?
I'm also fine. Thank you so much for asking. So it is really nice to see you again. And yeah, it is really nice to see you again and to see that you are working on your English and getting better, and that's absolutely amazing. So welcome back to
Yes,
Clapping
I'm
Go. And yeah, let us get started with today's session. So
sure, sure.
is there any particular area in which you want to focus on in today's class, or can we just follow the regular plan for now? Because this is the
Ye-
first session, I believe.
Yeah, I want to follow the regular class, but one more thing, my motive of joining this to improve more about the storytelling and the previous experiences that I want to improve.
Absolutely amazing. So, keeping that in mind, let's move forward. All right. How was your day today? What are your plans for? Sorry,
Is
I
my
got
voice is proper?
your voice is coming, but there's a lag because of the internet issues and some technology issues. So,
It's
yeah,
really
but I
hard.
can hear you properly.
Okay, let
Yes,
me
I
connect this.
understand.
Yes.
Right, I understand completely because it rained outside my house the entire day yesterday, and it was really hard to conduct any classes properly. But it's all
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
we'll manage. You know.
yeah,
All
yeah.
right. So with that said, let's get started. How was your day today? What are your plans for this good Thursday?
Thursday, actually, I'm working for my client. As already on that day, I informed that I'm working as a BDM, so I'm doing the freelancing work from home. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that is why I my some projects are running on which I'm working, and for some projects I have to look for the new clients. So that I'm gonna to
Oh,
do. Yeah, I really
so
like to do my work. Yeah.
that's very nice. So you must be really busy today.
Yeah, a little bit. Actually, that is why I'm doing freelancing so that I can spend my time with my family too. I give more importance to my family and spend time basically. So this is the pandemic time. So obviously it's been 2 years. I'm working as a freelancer from home.
I
After this,
understand completely. Absolutely amazing. So when I started freelancing, I used to make websites and apps for people. So when I started, I was really more comfortable than working in a corporate office because you're working from your home, you spend time with
yes.
your family. It's very, very nice. Absolutely amazing. So now, a small idea that I have for storytelling. All right. This is a very, very useful tip. So what happens is that whenever we have to cook a story, you know, the story can be anything. It can be imaginary. It can be real life derived. It can be literally anything. What you do is to find out the details for the story that you are about to tell.
Mm-hmm.
Ask yourself questions about that situation. All
Okay.
right.
And
So, for
I
example,
want to ask.
Mhm.
I'm so sorry to interrupt you.
No worries, no worries, no
Actually, I
worries.
have.
Your voice is getting cut off. I cannot hear. I cannot hear. Wait. I cannot hear.
I'm getting issue.
Yes. Now I can hear you. Could
Okay.
you please
All right.
repeat? Yes.
Yes, actually, I'm saying is that when I try to share my past experiences or some storytelling, right? Let's say about
Mm-hmm.
the movie or something about my previous experience, about my previous journey, right? So entire thing, if I do inform to someone, that time in between the tenses, I do stuck that I should have to use this one or not. Like say that here also, I'm going to ask you about when we use got for the past, experiences or past things to share someone else how we use
Mm-hmm.
that sentences I want to know from you as well.
All right. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. So basically, the grammar of the past and stories is what is troubling you a little. All right. No worries. Keeping that in mind, we'll move forward. Just a small tip would be that to derive the details of your story, details of your answer, you can ask yourself questions. For example, I ask, how was your day yesterday? All right. So you can start asking, when did I wake up? What did I eat? What did I do? Did I work out? Did I read? Did I meditate? These kind of questions help you cook the question. All right. Absolutely amazing. So we'll move forward. Whenever you answer, you make a mistake. I notice the mistake. I'll point it out. and we'll correct it line by
Sure,
line.
sure.
All right. So
Sure,
let's
sure.
get started. So,
Yeah, done.
do you like to travel?
Yes, I like to travel. And
Mm-hmm.
actually, I'm being from the army family, and my father got retired few years ago. So,
Oh,
as we were, our childhood spent with my father, and he used to head the posting on the multiple places. So we first time I went to Rajasthan. That time I was of 3 years old, so I didn't remember much. I don't remember much about that. And I remember when we went to the Punjab location. So there we spent a lot of 3 to 4 years we spend our time in Punjab. So that is why
wow.
actually, as you told me that do you like traveling? So this could be the reason I like traveling. Apart from that, I'm also good in playing volleyball, and in my school and colleges I played for the state level. So
Wow.
that is why even for
Absolutely
that also
amazing.
I went multiple places. Yeah, so that is why I like even.
Nice. I played volleyball for my school as well. I still look at my jersey in the closet.
Great.
It
Even I
brings
have
back old
40
memories.
to 50 medals on it.
Wow, that's absolutely amazing. So that's very, very nice to hear. Out of all these places that you visited, throughout your life, which is your favorite one? Like you'd say, I'd go back and live my life there only.
Um, I would say in Punjab.
In Punjab, which city of Punjab to be exact?
Jalandhar or Faridkot, because already I had there in Faridkot, and lots of memory I have
Hmm.
there in my mind. If I talk about the Faridkot location, so actually we have been there for 3 to 4 years, right? And there
Hmm.
I met with a different kind of the people, and that time, basically I'm thinking because my childhood spent it with my brother and sister, so that is why I want to go there again.
Wow. Wow, that is so
2 years.
sweet. That is so nice. So I have lived a fair amount of time in Punjab as well. Jalandhar I've lived in Chandigarh. So sometimes even went to Ludhiana. Absolutely amazing. It's a very, very calm city. Now it's developed a
Yeah.
lot, but
Yes, yes.
still compared to Delhi,
It's
compared to
one to
Mumbai.
2 years I want to go again to spend and to memorize my childhood days. But if generally I want to go to the places like we can call it Manali, and already I have visited
Hmm.
there Nainital and Manali. So I fond of the cold places, and whenever I get time and to spend my vacation, I generally thought to go such location where I can find winter.
Wow, that is amazing. So I completely agree because places that are colder, we can control the cold, but it's very hard to go to a very warm place and then turning on
Yeah,
all your
yeah.
ACs and start stop
Even out
sweating.
of India, I want to go to Finland
Oh,
because
that's
I
a
have heard
beautiful
more
place.
about the Finland because I think
Yeah,
it's considered the happiest place in the world, Finland,
yes,
and even
that is
population is
because
also very, yeah, yeah, please.
absolutely that is because of their schooling system. In India we
Yeah,
have CBSE, ICSE, and everything. Their schooling system gives no homework, takes very subjective exams, does not have a
yes,
PCM like we have. They have a very different
right, right.
structure. Absolutely amazing. I've seen a lot of videos, and it is just beyond my imagination how they managed to do it.
Yes. Actually, I have, know more about that. People are very happy and they have some games also. Like they have National Sleepy Day also they are celebrating. So, and even education system is also free. Health services is also free there. So I just want to spend time and, go and check with the peoples about their experiences there in their countries. The entire thing that is why I want to go there in Finland.
I completely understand that because and also for example, if in India you study for a medical degree, right? So your certificates, your degree is not very validated outside India. You'll have to do other
Right.
certification courses. But if you do it from Finland, it is valid worldwide. So that is one of the advantages that because my parents are doctors, so they used to discuss all this with us.
Okay.
So that is how I have all this
So
information
if
with me.
I will ask about your past experiences or your past life, like your childhood.
Mhm.
So how you gonna to explain all that?
Yes, yes. I'll help. I'll explain properly. So yes, I grew up in a lot of cities. One of them was Kanpur. One of them was, like I mentioned, Chandigarh, and then one of them was Delhi. I still am in Delhi. So
Okay.
although I move between Gurgaon and Delhi frequently, but majorly Delhi. So uh, always a very studious kid, very much into books and debates, academics, and everything.
Okay.
But when I came to high school, I realized that I need to expand a little and learn some sport because I was getting fat sitting at home. So I started playing basketball, volleyball, swimming, all those
Okay.
things. I had a lot of fun doing all of those activities. And then moving on, I realized that it was time to let go of, especially when I took science in 11th. So then I realized it is time to let go of sports and majorly all of my co-curricular activities and focus on academics. That was a very gloomy time. Really missed all of that fun. But then college started again, and college is always fun. You meet friends, you go out to eat, you bunk classes together. So it's just an overall amazing experience. Then after college ended, did some jobs, did some internships, learned a lot. After college also kept doing all these courses to keep myself updated on what's happening in the market because new technologies are getting introduced every day. And if I don't keep myself updated, then I'm very behind in the race. So then COVID-19 came, which was the
Yes.
blunder that happened in this world. And
Right.
since then, I've been stuck at home, and now I am at Lapico. So that's about me.
Okay. Thank you for sharing your experiences and
Yes,
your past
it
life.
was a pleasure.
Okay. Okay. And can
All
you
right.
help me with the got related sentences, like where we can use the got?
So the word got, for example, I got this mobile phone yesterday for me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Um, could you get some fruits from the market? So got is the
Okay. So
past
it means
tense,
for
get is the present tense.
so for both we will be using the word for verb first form
Got
for
and
got
get.
and for yeah.
Yes, 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 absolutely. The verb's first form. There is a word called gotten, that is the past participle form. You could have gotten this for me yesterday. Now, gotten is past participle used for perfect sentences. For example, you could have gotten. For me, you could have gotten those fruits for me yesterday. So then, in this sentence, you can see I mean that the fruits are not here. You are not going out anymore. That action of you going to the market has perfectly ended in the past.
Okay.
Okay, so whenever you see an action that is perfectly ended in the past and has no effects on your future or the present moment, you use gotten, Gotten.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
but if you
If
just
I
refer
have
to
to
the same, yes,
okay,
yes, please tell me.
if I have to elaborate the things, right? So for that, the is reading will be helping me out, or like writing or reading both I have to do for that.
Listening will be helping you out. Start
Listening. Okay.
listening. How to listen properly? You need to go to YouTube, search for some good speakers of the English language. For that, you can go to TEDx, the YouTube channel. All right.
Okay.
TEDx is a beautiful YouTube channel. It has a lot of amazing speakers from around the world. For example, Bill Gates, Malala Yousafzai, all these people have delivered their experiences. If the experience bores you, that's completely okay. But focus on the presentation of their English, especially the native English speakers who are American or British or Australian. All right. It's to gather some feedback for you for this session.
Okay.
An important feedback would be that I noticed that some of your sentences were directly translated from Hindi to English directly because
Sorry, I
you
didn't get.
started
Yeah.
off really nicely. You started off thinking that some of your sentences were directly translated from Hindi to English. Only some, not all. Because you start with English, then when you are finding your sentences, then you sometimes think in Hindi, quickly translate it,
Yeah.
and then speak it in English, which is very visible,
Yeah.
right? So how to avoid this is to make English your daily habit. To do that, all you need to do is think a little more in English each day. Now, how to do that? A small example. You're combing your hair feel very soft. Just speak it out loud. Wow, my hair feel very soft. Reflexly in English. Okay? Your phone is draining out of battery. Reflexly say, oh, my phone is draining out of battery. Where's the charger? Start looking for it. all right, reflexly. So this will get you to become more comfortable with the language, and that is how you are going to stop whenever you feel uncomfortable with the next sentence, translate and speak. That will stop. Other than that, your tenses are fine, your pronunciation is splendid, and you don't make any major or even minor grammatical mistakes per se. If you have any questions for me, you can please ask now.
Yeah, same thing. Like when I have to explain something, that time I have to take, like memorize a lot what the next word I'm going to speak for this. So that time I don't know how to, like gather my memory for that thing that I'm going to use for the next sentences. So basically, my thinking, maybe it is taking a lot time. So that if I memorize, then only I can speak the next sentences about that. So how I can improve that one?
Yes, yes, yes. That is because you're focusing on the word, but not on your story or not on your next point. So next time when you start speaking, even if you don't get the word, but you know the point, you'll be able to find another word for it quickly because your brain is focusing on the story, not on the next point, or not on the next word for the story, right? So for example, I say I have to walk to that place. I can also say I have to get to that place. I have to reach that place. I have to arrive to that place. I have to reach my venue. All these kind of sentences mean the same thing. And you will not get stuck once you focus on your story. All right. So that is all I have for you. Thank you so much for joining. It was a great session and I hope you have a great day.